Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodin. As promised, I'm gonna do more content for Life is Strange, other than just the gameplay throughs. I'm not sure how often I'll do this, but I am trying to make an effort here, folks, okay? So I figure I'll just review issue number 2, at least in this line of comics for the original Life is Strange, of course. But anyway, yes, of course, it was issue number 2. There's like 4 covers for this, which I will show real quick. Of course, this is probably the first one we might look at. What's actually I think is kind of nice. You see a crowd of people, and the only thing that colors them too. That's nice. Gives you like a some sense of it. Then you the other cover is just quite nice, going in the whole theme of the whole story, so it fits. So for the other one, I'll show real quick. Is that is this one here? It's pretty simple, I guess. You see Max with a white background, and you see something going on as like a silhouette kind of a thing within her picture, I guess, like something going on. My personally, my favorite would be this one, folks. I know it's kind of like a capture from the game itself. You see these two characters pretty close, and there's like something going on in the background. I like this one. This one is really nice with nice shading and whatnot. So the cover art for it are actually pretty nice in their own way. So the people behind this actually did a relatively good job. The cover and the overall artwork, I guess, and the inking, the lettering, and whatnot. So I can't really complain too much in regards of that, I suppose. Quite obviously. So these people were actually really nice. Of course, I definitely say that. And they, in terms of the artwork and whatnot. But anyway, of course, as usual, let's just continue the plot, shall we? Oh, definitely. So here we go, I suppose. So pretty much leaving off where we left off with the chaos theory and whatnot with the blue butterflies. Which of course is a reference to the first game, obviously. So yeah, these two characters got together and they're just trying to figure out what to do with their lives and whatnot, of course. And Max is explaining about the whole thing, what happened. Of course, Chloe suddenly gets annoyed because her truck finally acts up. Of course, all of a sudden, definitely.
Well, of course.
Yep, that happened. So yes, Chloe does have to make sure that gets fixed up as soon as possible. But it's easier said than done, quite obviously. It's not gonna be a super easy fix, of course. And yeah, she's a little annoyed, Chloe. I mean, she's a bit annoyed about this, quite obviously. She doesn't like the fact that she just do this. Why they just chit chat a bit more and trying to take it as it comes, I guess, and whatnot. Such is life, right? So, yeah, something's wrong with the engine, but obviously this has to be fixed, quite obviously. And there's a little playful banter between each other, which was kind of nice, actually. And it does come off a little flirty, if you ask me. And my personal opinion, there should have been a flat out couple, and which I know was hinted at the first game, but still, though, seems like a missed opportunity. I do wonder how Rachel would have acted and reacted towards this whole thing when thinking about considering what happened before Storm. As I said in my gameplay throughs, I still believe that Max could have saved Rachel. Yeah, that still bugs me though. I know technically for Max to actually use her powers in certain places, she would have to be set in said places. Which, yes, I get that. But after giving Max the information about her, she could have given past Chloe about this information about Rachel, what's going to happen to her, maybe doing a phone call or whatever. And if you ask me, despite Rachel's calm demeanor, she does seem kind of like the jealous type. So it would have been interesting on how it would have been if she actually did survive said situation. If you play the games, you know what I'm talking about here. But anyway, so yes, I think this could have made an interesting situation. Of course, folks, when I think about it, if anything, this just seems like a missed opportunity. So I'm getting at. But anyway, of course, with the oil and whatnot, the engine, of course, trying to get everything fixed, of course, and just make sure that this situation is handled, obviously. But yeah, let's just do that, shall we? And just have a little talk about this entire thing, obviously. It's that these two, of course, are still really close. Obviously, they still care for each other. They still want to be with each other, especially considering what had happened at the end of the first game. So that's fully understandable. This just further proves that these two could actually make a really good couple, of course, because they actually do have a sense of trust. So anyway, they go to a certain area, of course, and Max hears about Chloe about her mother. Of course, her mother's dead, unfortunately, but Chloe's really pissed off because, well, let's just say they go to that one place where they used to live, and they want to say something in the sense that, yeah, Camry Bay year one on. This has something to do with Nathan. Like, are you serious? The Nathan Foundation? Are you kidding me?
Wow. What an asshole.
Like, seriously? I mean, I understand that Nathan is an asshole. He's just a flawed person, and he should be taken as such. Yes, he's dead, and his family has to really be, I guess, in other words, cry over him because it's somebody they loved. But he's a dickhead. You want to have a foundation after him, and the people under this foundation is trying to rebuild Calumet Bay. Like seriously? Fucking hell.
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Yes, I realize that Nathan's an asshole and he was somebody's son, sure, but that just makes this entire thing really awkward when you think about it. Trying to have a foundation of him, I guess, trying to rebuild everything. Because I guess the Prescott's family is still somewhere out there in some place. And I guess, despite the storm, which was really powerful, they still have plenty of influences throughout this place. Some kind of connections, really, I guess, to some extent. That was still really good, I guess you would say. And a lot of people don't really like the Prescotts anyway, yet they managed to have a bunch of workers on their side to have some kind of construction sites going on and fix up a bunch of stuff as much as you possible, I guess. So, okay, that's a situation, sure. So, yeah, that's definitely a thing here.
Such is life.
All right. Anyway, look around because they want to go to the one diner that was destroyed. And yes, it's connected to what had happened had occurred in the game. And Chloe pretty much wants to see something, I guess, as a thing for her mother because she used to work there, quite obviously. Honestly, I don't think I would have done that, but she has her reasons, I guess. But anyway, they go there, and of course, the place is all destroyed and all fucked up looking, obviously. It's going to be repaired, of course, eventually. But yes, like I said, she has her reasons, of course, to do what she want to do because even though they have their own lives going on at the time, it's pretty crazy, quite obviously. And then Max gets up just goes up to that one spot, but to look inside of it, of course. And this is the part I just okay. I'm just trying to think about. I mean, I know it was never really fully explained and how Max got her powers, how she received. I mean, it's linked to a tragedy, so thematic rise. It does make sense thematically, of course, but then at this point in the story, it becomes clear that if Max touches something that had dead people in it, she can see their spirits. Well, since when that was a thing? Since when?
I'm confused. I'm confused right now, G.
Okay, what makes this extra confusing is that Diana looks like she actually has a baby. She went to full term and whatnot. She has like a house or something, but looks like she died. The way it's framed here, it looks like she died in the storm. But how is that possible? I mean, yes, it was a part of the game, the original game. I mean, where she has an abortion because she ended up being pregnant, and that's assuming you want to pick that line of dialogue anyway. Otherwise, you wouldn't find out. But okay, but then how? And then she gets pregnant a second time, I guess. But again, she took it to Fort Torm. So how did it end up getting dying here, like during a storm or whatever? Chloe eventually goes into the diner, of course. But only Max can see this this woman, of course, with the baby and all that, and a bunch of other people. But okay, but Chloe can't see these individuals like at all. Like okay, only Max can see them. But when Chloe touches Max's hand, she can also see the spirit of dead people. Like okay, what are the rules here exactly? Like it was going on. Like like it was nothing before everything got destroyed. How did this happen? I'm pretty much thinking way too much on this one single aspect of it. I get the idea here. It's supposed to add to the drama because of the fact, yes, Chloe obviously misses her mother, despite the arguments that they had, despite the drama that was going on with David and all that. I get it. Step douche, as she will call him. I get it. Okay, don't get me wrong. I get what the writer was trying to aim for, what was going on with the context within the confines of the story. I get that aspect, of course, and that's partly because of the fact that I've, of course, played the Life is Strange Before the Storm and Life is Strange, of course. So this was just added to most of the fact that she did care for Step Deuce, even though he was kind of an asshole. He was definitely paranoid, that's for sure, and her mother. And her mother wasn't perfect either, but she did care for Chloe and whatnot. So that's definitely is something, of course. And I get that. I get that. Don't get me wrong. It was as a way for, as a way to, I guess, have Chloe connect with her mother. It's, yeah, there was a bit where she does see her ghost mother, which is traumatizing when you think about it, which it absolutely is. Like, holy shit, this is really traumatizing. Holy hell. And yeah, I get that, okay? I get that. It's supposed to connect to the first game, you know, thematic, theme wise. I get it. I get what it's the aim for and whatnot. For this comic, for this issue, I mean, there's quite a bit more to talk about, but I'll leave it at that. For this issue, I did like it a bit more than the previous issue, than the first issue I reviewed, because it kind of feels like it has a bit more going for it, you know, story wise, kind of compared to the first issue. Maybe that's just me, I guess. But I did enjoy this one. And I mean, the writing needs some work, but it's not. It's far from horrible. Like I said, the artwork isn't too bad. It's nice. Looks professional. But overall, a decent enough issue, I guess you would say. Not too bad. I liked it. I'd give it an overall rating of a 6.9 out of 10 because it says 6.9 out of 10. Solid enough. As always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see you.